3 dead after ex-cop vows war on other police and their families. What's going on, guys? It is Saturday, February 9, 2013. Welcome back to another edition of the Jericho Report Weekly News Briefing. I'm going to give you all the links I have stowed over the past week. This might be a long one, because the madness never ceases to amaze me. You got this cop out in L.A., apparently ex-military vet, ex-cop, on a rampage, killing other cops. The thing that sucks is we have to rely on the mainstream media for this. And, I definitely don't believe last year that FBI Special Agent Stephen Ivins went into the woods and shot himself. So is this thing going down as the official story, or is there more to the story? I don't know, but it's very bizarre. Very bizarre. I hope nobody else gets hurt. But then again, it may be a completely different story than what we're being told. So we can speculate on that. I'll put a link to it, definitely. And to my friends in the Northeast, man, they're reporting on nearly 1,700 flights canceled today. So stay warm, stay safe. Let's see. Let's go on with the news here. Now, the Dorner manhunt. Dorner sent package to CNN's Anderson Cooper. Completely bizarre, again. Don't know if they're telling us the truth or if they're making this crap up. I'll put a link to it. You guys can speculate on it if you want to. And woman delivering newspapers shot in manhunt for ex-cop. Apparently the cops thought they had the vehicle stopped that this man was driving. You got to pull this article up and take a look at the picture. They unloaded on this truck. I believe shooting 2 women who were just delivering newspapers. Had nothing to do with it. That's a pretty big whoops. Put a link to that. Many questions remain unanswered after Standoff. The guy down south that was holding the kid hostage that killed the bus driver. Many questions unanswered. I talked to somebody who I trust that's local in the area. He was telling me the local media was saying all the guy wanted was to tell a story to the media. Story about what? I don't know. Media says the guy's somehow conspiracy theorist thought there was some kind of conspiracy when it comes to horse races. Again, I don't know if they're making this crap up or what. But I'll put a link to that. Let's see. FBI, man attempted to bomb bank trying to set off U.S. Civil War. This from NBCnews.com. Okay. Crazy bizarre. And Colorado Democrats want gun manufacturers held liable for crimes committed with their guns. You've got to be freaking kidding me. So somebody goes and shoots up something with an AR-15 now, you're going to sue the maker of AR-15? Whatever. Let's see. Do Wall Street insiders expect something really big to happen very soon? We're over to financial news now. Interesting article. Something big going to happen really soon? I'm of the opinion that it is, although I've been saying that for years, so I'm probably wrong. I'll admit that. But you got to admit, interesting times we're living in. S&P expects U.S. lawsuit over pre-crisis credit ratings. Whatever, from Reuters. Here's the situation we find ourselves financially in. U.S. Navy to delay overhaul of USS Abraham Lincoln over budget cuts. So, they're cutting the military. In my opinion, that's not going to fly. They're going to need another event so we could start another war somewhere. We got to, they're not going to stop the military-industrial complex. Are you kidding me? So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. I'll put a link to this article, though. And then another one, Pentagon delays carrier deployment because of budget uncertainty. Now, don't get me wrong. You guys know my best friend is stationed on one of those ships. I don't want my best friend cruising the Strait of Hormuz. I'd rather him stay home. But I'll say that, while I don't agree with all the wars going on, putting our military in a place where they don't have the proper budget to do what they do leaves our country vulnerable to attack. Which maybe that's why they're doing the whole gun agenda. Maybe they want Americans to get armed up. Maybe they know that there's some sort of Red Dawn scenario coming. But I could be completely wrong. I'm just speculating. But I'll put links to this. That's where we are as far as the budget goes. Like I say, I think there's going to be some events so that we can keep the military-industrial complex going. What was it? The Project for New American Century. What did they say about 9/11? What you need is a new Pearl Harbor. And that's exactly what they did. So, for whatever it's worth, I'll put a link to this. See what happens. We're over to New World Order and police state news. And isn't it strange that the U.S. military doesn't have the money to keep going, but the DHS purchases 21.6 million more rounds of ammunition? Yeah, they were speculating, let's see, federal agency has now acquired enough bullets to wage 30-year war. Why is the Department of Homeland Security buying all this ammo? I ask you skeptics out there who think that we're just crazy conspiracy people. Pierce Morgan as well. Why is the DHS buying 30 years worth of ammunition? It's very alarming. Put a link to it. Let's see here. California announces semi-auto confiscation plan. I'll link it. Feinstein and Boxer ask Californians to lay down their weapons during statewide manhunt. You got to be freaking kidding me. Yeah, right. Ammunition Background Check Act of 2013. Interesting thing here. The madness just continues. I'll link all this stuff below. All signs point to impending state of martial law. White House silent on matter. This from Examiner.com. I agree. All signs are certainly pointing that way when you see the DHS buying massive 30-year supply of ammunition. For what? Target practice? I don't think so. Let's see. And here we go from RT. $3 million to be spent on internet trolls as EU looks to 2014 election. Isn't that something? No comment. Let's see. We're over to World War III news. Australian general takes command of Pacific U.S. Army post. I don't know a lot about that, but that doesn't sound right. Put a link to that. 4 people arrested after Ahmadinejad stole shoe attack. Ahmadinejad shoe attack in Cairo. Sorry if I'm a little slurred speech. I've been up a long time. I'll put a link to that. They're throwing shoes at that man. I remember when they did it to George Bush. I thought that was hilarious. North Korean nuke test could impact volcanic activity. Yeah, check that out. And we have North Korea video shows U.S. city under attack. You have got to watch this video. North Korea put out a video that shows the U.S. getting attacked in a major city. What have I been telling you people? Operation Blackjack Jericho. Well, there you go. Another sign of that? I don't know. I'll link it below. Over to 2012 and Earth Changes news now. NBC President Steve Kappas resigns. We got a big wig for NBC resigning. Let's see here. Report shows UN admitting solar activity may play significant role in global warming. Well, no crap from FoxNews.com. No, I'm sure though you pay your carbon tax, we could defeat the sun. Kidding me? Solar superstorm. UK must brace for threat. This from Sky News. Check that out. Who was it? Ed Dane. Solar kill shot. Yeah, look that one up if you haven't seen it. We got a magnitude 8.0 that hit the Santa Cruz Islands, sparked a brief tsunami warning, but nothing really came of it. Still a pretty strong quake. And we had a 6.9 in Japan. This was on February 2nd, so I'll put a link to that. Japan continues to rock, rattle, and roll. Let's see here, over to strange and bizarre news. What the hell is wrong with Chris Rock? Chris Rock comes out and says Obama is our daddy and our boss. And the scary thing is, I don't think he was joking. I think he believes that. What the hell's the matter with you, man? Turned a lot of heads on that one. Obama is not my daddy nor my boss. Okay. Crazy. Let's see. €1 billion superconductors to simulate entire human brain. This is from Yahoo News. We're coming closer to the singularity. There you go. Abnormality caused power outage at the Olympics. I haven't touched on this yet. Anybody find it strange that the power went out at the Olympics, the Super Bowl, first of all, and that it went out with 13 minutes and 22 seconds left in the third quarter, was it? 13:22. Think about that. 3:22 is when the power went out. Okay, and then it came back on at 8:11 Central Time, which was 9:11 Eastern Time. Is that a coincidence? Or that's when the game resumed, I should say. I'm sorry, I find that a little bizarre. But I'll put a link to this here. On CNN this morning, they were talking about the power company and somebody who built a relay switch or some crap. They're pointing the fingers at each other. We'll never know. Whatever. Former airline pilot and conspiracy theorist shot dead his 2 teenage children and his dog before turning the gun on himself. A 9/11 conspiracy theorist shoots his family, his dog, and then kills himself. Yeah, right. I'll put a link to it. Shout-outs this week. I got a couple of them here. Shout-out to Bruce Willis. Upholds the Second Amendment. He does not want to see any new gun control laws. Right on. Bruce Willis, you rock, man. Big fan of Die Hard. And all the time I spent watching all the Die Hard movies, it never gave me the desire to go out and kill anybody. So right on, man. Let's see here. A resistor in the Rockies. Shout-out to this Blogspot. The whole thing with Obama shooting a gun at Camp David, there's been a lot of spoof pictures made. I'll put a link to this Blogspot. It's got a ton of them. Just hilarious stuff. If you guys want to check it out and you want to laugh. That's all I got. As always, check my favorite videos. My favorites are back. I got them public again. I'll put that link below. I'm constantly favoriting video, fresh news. Other YouTubers are putting out. I appreciate everybody's effort. If you like this report, please rate it. Give it a thumbs up. If you think it sucks, give it a thumbs down. It's the worst of YouTube. Just please rate it. Appreciate it. You can also follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, all that crap. Those links are below. That's pretty much all I got, guys. Like I said, the madness never ceases to amaze me. We'll be watching this thing out in L.A. Again, I hope no innocent people get hurt or no more innocent people get hurt. And just bizarre world. But you guys take care, stay safe, have a nice weekend, have a great week. I will see you on the next one.